So a couple of years ago, I did a video called Success Mindset or the Success Mindset. And today as I was just reflecting, it's something that came up quite strongly in my mind. And I felt to do a part two. As I mentioned in that video, is that in order to succeed, you have to have the mindset for success. So some people don't actually make it in life, not because of uh, negative circumstances, but just because they have defeated themselves because of their belief system, their thought life, which kind of then affect their actions, and then they commit what we would call self-sabotaging behavior. And the perfect example, like for me, I've seen it a lot amongst trainees, like in our medical field, because we are required to perform certain procedures. And I've seen people actually have these negative thoughts and play them out. For example, if they were was assigned to do a particular procedure on a patient, like for example, just insert an IV line, and if they've already told themselves that I don't think I'm going to be able to do this, or they overthink the whole process, by the time they actually get to insert the IV line in the patient, they might find that, okay, it seemed like they succeeded, but then the drip just ends up tissuing and then it fails. Why is the mindset important in your success? Why is it important? What I have found is, and I'm not trying to be some sort of a philosopher or a new age type of person, but this is what I've found, and this is what I've experienced, and this is what I've noted in the people that I've studied, that there is a subconscious mind. Whether you believe it or not, there's a subconscious mind where there is this type of, what can I say, background meditation or some sort of background mantra or music in your life that is playing even when you are asleep, even when you are attending to other things and you are not actually thinking about your life goals. When you have this background negativity, it affects your success in so many different ways. Even if you were to make several efforts, get connected to the right type of people, when you have the wrong mindset, and this is programmed into your subconscious mind, you will commit what I call self-sabotaging behavior that will lead you to fail. Another example that I can give you is of two particular students that I had, trainees actually, that I had, were going for a major exam, a medical exam. One of them was a lady that I had mentored for a couple of years, and she is very brilliant. She's brilliant. I mean, she's intelligent, and she had passed previous exams, but then she was going for this major exam and she was a bit shaky. And when I actually spoke to her to confront the negative thought patterns that she was having and the negative beliefs, I didn't get the response that I was expecting. And I tried so many times to, like, tell her, like, relax, you can do this. Don't think of it like this. Don't think self-sabotaging thoughts. Remain cool. But the more I tried to stop her from doing that, or kind of bring her into, alignment, I would so to speak, the worse it just became. And I kind of realized that she probably will not make it. And when the results came out, she just didn't make it. And I was like, I know this is a brilliant student and she should have passed, but it was the negative thoughts that she had, the self-sabotaging behavior that she probably exhibited in the exam as a result of negativity. The other side, I had another trainee, and this one was a gentleman, and he was not as bright as this particular lady. In fact, in his previous exam, he had to rewrite a certain module because he had failed it. But for this bigger exam, He was working hard, he was attending the tutorials, he was trying as much as possible to participate. But the difference is his mindset. His mindset was, I'm going to give it my best. I'm not going to give up. I know I don't know everything, but I'm going to give it my best and just walk in faith. And he did just that. And when the results came out, amazingly he passed, and he was just over the moon. And I'm so happy for him. But I learned from those two situations that it's not necessarily always about working hard and putting in extra hours. That is important. But what makes people to actually succeed is their mindset. Before you actually confront the world and fight the battles outside, you need to fight the battles within. Because when you are defeated from within, you're already defeated in whatever you're doing. Even in life, when battles from external battles come your way, when you're already defeated inside, you're not going to stand. You're not going to make it. I want to challenge you on something. So we're going to do a small mini exercise, and I know, just stay with me. I want you to gain something from this. So I want you to close your eyes for like 10 seconds. Just close your eyes. And I want you to imagine yourself debt-free, living in a good house, being able to have adequate transportation in the form of a car, and having a decent saving. Are you able to imagine yourself right now, as you're closing your eyes, to see that happening to you? You can open your eyes now. And if you struggled to see that, that speaks a lot. It speaks volumes, in fact. It means that there is something internal which is contrary, or something internal which opposes that image in your mind. There is something in your subconscious mind that has not accepted the concept that you can live in a state of good supply, in a state of abundance, in a state where you do not actually lack anything. And that's an important thing to note, because people go through life not knowing why their dreams are not fulfilled. And it stems out of this. The mindset that they approach life with is a mindset of defeat. But they may not be aware of that until they get to that place of quietness and introspection, and they begin to examine their belief system. That is when they begin to only then will they begin to realize that they indeed have an internal battle. Adolf Hitler once said that if you continue to teach or to tell the masses a lie, eventually they will take it as truth or dogma. This is what has happened to some people. They've been believing the lie that they can't, they cannot, it's not possible. And as a result, subconsciously, they begin to live out that type of mindset. When it comes to success, 1 + 1 is not always 2. And in the process of achieving success, things don't always go in a logical order. And sometimes people are affected by that because they struggle to think outside of the box. They struggle to think outside of that realm of logic. They end up having this mindset of I can't make it. And it becomes a mantra inside of them that they eventually live out. Today, I want you to replace that I can't with I can. Have a thumbs up from the inside. So then somebody may ask me, what must I do? The most important thing that you need to do is begin to change the way you think. Stop thinking that you only become successful when you reach 70 years of age or when you reach 60 years of age. You can be successful beginning now. Even from this year, you can begin to get onto the right path that leads you to success. Stop thinking that you can only be debt free when you retire. You can start taking measures now in order to allow yourself to realize that dream or realize that experience of being debt free and actually have a decent savings before you even reach retirement age. It is very much possible, especially if you get the proper knowledge, you get advice, you get guidance. It can happen. And the reason why you'll find you've got that internal battle inside of you is because you don't have the knowledge. You think to yourself, oh, when you close your eyes, you're like, okay, I want to have my own house. But you think to yourself, but how is it going to be possible? Because there is a gap. There's a gap between your heart and your mind. There is something that is not in sync. And when there is that dysynchrony, there begins to be an internal battle. And that internal battle manifests as self-sabotaging behavior, and you cannot enter into that place. What you do about these negative mindsets? So you need to be around people who are going to speak positive things, words of affirmation. People also, you need to be around people also who are actually making it in life, people who are succeeding. Surround yourself with those people. Understand how they made it, because that's going to open your mind to that possibility. Surround yourself also with people who are going to encourage you. And also important is people can offer you spiritual encouragement as well, so that they challenge you to into a higher level of belief that, you know what, even if you came from this background, it is possible to become something in life. It is possible to achieve a certain level of greatness in this life. It is when you adopt those mindsets and those types of belief system that then you begin to break the boundaries and you begin to see possibility. And when that happens, when you get aligned or you meet the right type of people, because your mindset has changed, you will be ready just to like take off like a plane into possibilities that you never thought or even imagined. It's not about your degree. It's not about your connections. It's not about favors that you can get from the other person. It all starts from within. Success starts with you. It starts from the place of your heart. It starts also in your mind. And I don't like to brag about myself but there is a place where people say that people will only take heed or believe what you say when you show them results. And sometimes a lot of people are talking, and they don't have results. And people just take what they say with a pinch of salt. As I'm making this video, I'm really passionate about what I'm saying, because this is something that I really and truly believe, and it's something that I have lived out. I will tell you that it's all about dreaming and dreaming big. It's all about your mindset. Don't limit yourself. I remember in 2010, I was still in my 20s and I was still in the university. I was sponsored to travel to South America. I had a dream to actually travel to Brazil, and in particular Rio de Janeiro. And in that year, in fact, I had that dream to travel to Rio de Janeiro at some point in my life. It's one of those things that you put on your bucket list, that I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, and I want to do this. So it was one of those things on my bucket list. But 2010, it became a reality in my life. I traveled to Rio de Janeiro, expenses paid. I managed to even go to Sugarloaf Mountain. I managed to go to Ipanema and experience the beach. It was amazing, absolutely amazing. And it goes back to the mindset. I was dreaming big, and I was not thinking about my finances or using my finances or my financial status as a form of limitation. Say, I can't do this because I don't have the money, but I just continue to dream. I just continue to think about it. I just continue to believe for it. And it happened in a short space of time. You need to let go. You need to break every mindset that puts a limitation on you. You need to make a conscious decision to leave even associations where people speak down to you, people speak negative things to you, people tell you that you can't and you cannot do that. And I had one person telling me that I was the wrong color. So I'm like, okay, what color am I supposed to be? You know, and sometimes you end up carrying those things inside you and you feel like, I can't do this because I am the wrong color. That is a lie. That is a lie you have to reject. You can do anything that you purpose to do as long as you believe, as long as you are committed to the process, and as long as you have that mindset of a winner, that mindset of success. No one can stop you. No government can stop you. No evil person can stop you. No institution can stop you. Because as long as you are convinced, you can do it. And as I'm ending this video, it came to me as a huge, almost like a huge revelation that how we think is so important. One philosopher said, I think, therefore I am. And the good book says, as a man thinketh, so is he. So I began to realize that most of the wars that are taking place currently in our world began as a thought. A world leader was probably sitting having supper, or he was in his bedroom somewhere, or he was in a meeting somewhere, and he just started thinking, you know what, let's attack these people, let's attack this country, let's do this. War began as a thought, and as a result of that, many people have died. That is the power of thoughts. That's the power of thoughts. That is the power of thoughts that we have as human beings. Therefore, that is why it's important that you be careful of what you think. And the worst thing that you can do to yourself is to have a negative outlook, a low self-esteem of yourself that will lead to self-sabotaging behavior. Thank you so much for listening to me. I hope you are challenged today to begin to confront negative thought patterns which are hindering your success and repelling good things from your life. Change your thinking and let good things begin to be attracted to you, even when you are sleeping, even when you may not be doing anything. When you begin to adopt a positive mindset, good things will definitely come your way in this year. Thank you for listening to me, and goodbye.